Hi, this is Advanced Warfare,
This is Captain BOWWtie too.
and we have a variety of creepypastas to tell you today. By the way, I just got an Xbox One. I'm gonna be making some videos on that later, but freaking game's taking like 2% every hour. So, yeah, we're gonna start with a creepypasta that we did. That happened a couple years ago at Halloween. You can start off.
Okay, so for Halloween, we were thinking about going to a place called, I think it's called the Bucks.
Yeah,
The Bucks. So there's like a bunch of not planes, but it's like a plane of a field, and then it's just a bunch of rides and everything that there is.
There's like a big slide, and
Yeah.
then there's like a big corn thing, and then so we started off eating, like we usually do. We usually start eating first, and then we go on to the variety of rides. First thing we did, there was a big barrel, and then we got in it, and we like rolled and stuff, and then we did all the other little mini games, freaking worked some little kids, and then we seen a corn maze, and there was 3 different ones. There was like an easy, an intermediate, and hard. And so obviously, being the little jokester kids we picked the hard. Why not?
straight off. Just
I tried to scare you. Yeah. Yeah, so
if you guys don't know, he just turned the lights off.
Well, he didn't see it. So a bunch of little kids were going. Everybody was going in like the medium one. So we don't like doing it with other people. So
we like to be spooky.
Yeah, we picked the hard one, and we were doing this towards nighttime too. Like it was getting like to eat. And so we went to go ask there was this lady, and she gave us a couple stamps, and we went to go ask his mom if it was okay, and she said yes, and she said don't be long, and they went off to go eat more. There was this lady. She was a little weird because she kept asking us questions. How old are you? What are you doing here?
Like for real.
We talked to her about 5-10 minutes, and then she gave us a stamp, and we started heading in.
Okay, so it was like any other corn maze. There's a trail, and there's some, like off-road trails that other people wanted to be easy with it and just get it done, and they just went through the corn and everything. But we wanted to be fair and kind of just go on the track. So we were doing that, and we were probably like halfway in. So there's like 4 types of tape.
Yeah, there's yellow.
So there's 4 sections.
Yellow,
one,
green. No, it started off yellow, then it went to green, then it went to white, then it went to blue.
Yes, that's how it went.
So we were about at the green, but there was this one moment that, like, he could see the green, I could see the white, and like every time I looked at it, like it looked white, but then he said it looked green. And we were like, we could see each other, but like, so we just thought it was like the cutoff because that was really cool.
Yeah. Okay. So now we're in the green now. Then we both felt
third section.
Yeah, third section. Green.
Well, second and a half. We just started.
Yeah. So we're about to hit white, but then we both feel this exhaustion, and we just sit on the ground for a little bit and wait.
There were these directions, like these signs, like there was like a big opening of like a direction sign, like to print your name and stuff, handprint. And so I had to go pee, so I don't remember that. I had to go pee.
I remember that.
Pee in the corner.
Okay, and
then
then
we sat down
for a couple minutes.
And we had we had these really cool flashlights when we got like we had these hand warmers because it was really cool. Remember?
Yeah.
And the hand warmers and the glove, and then we had like these really cool flashlights, and I still have it. It's over there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go.
So, and like the flashlights, you can like turn into the lantern. So we both have our like lanterns on, and we're going. So we're not exhausted anymore, and then we start walking again, and now things start to get a little tricky
because we start seeing like 3 different ways to go,
and then
every time you go down a dead end, stops. You got to go all the way back.
And then we went to this little center place where there's 3 places to go. We went down the right one.
Yeah.
Then there was a dead end. Then we went straight across to the left one. Dead end. Then we went to the center one, dead end. Up.
Dead
end. And we were like, what? Where do we go now? So we went through the corner a little, and then we got to another trail.
for a moment, we actually thought about this going back to the entrance and getting out.
Yeah, because
that's what Dylan wanted to do. I was like, oh yeah, we gotta actually go. And he started like crying a little bit.
Yeah, because I didn't take my anxiety pills because I didn't have anxiety pills.
He watched like 5 movies.
Yeah,
by the way, before we went, Kyle wanted to come with us, and his video's Kyle, but we didn't have enough money, even though I did. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry.
Fuck off.
Like, you guys are just gonna go, and I was like, wait, can I? Yeah. Continue.
Okay, so my anxiety starts to kick in, and I started getting worried and everything. Like, oh my god, where's the exit and everything? Because we're in white, and we should be seeing blue soon, but we're not seeing any blue.
And it started getting dark, and it felt like we were in there for like 2 hours.
Because it's like pitch dark now.
Yeah, it's like,
and
we can only see our flashlights, and then we hear people wrapping up in the easy and medium, and we're the only ones left in.
Yeah, and then we keep hearing like footsteps in the corner, but it's not in the hard section though. It's in the medium section, and then it all gets quiet.
Before,
you remember that?
Yeah.
Where it's like dead.
Before we went in, there was a sign to watch off like animals, like rats.
Yeah, because there was some. I think we saw a rat when it ran across.
But we just kept hearing footsteps
at the beginning.
We heard footsteps
and like corn rustling.
It was weird. And sometimes we cheated. And we just like went right through the corn.
Yeah,
I started doing that, but it led us to nowhere.
So we went to the corn once. We went on this trail, and it was just like a long trail, and then there was a corner. And then, as soon as we went on this trail, we were looking around to see if there's any people, see if we can ask them where if you know where the exit is or the entrance or anything, because we just wanted to get out.
Yeah.
Because it felt like we were in there for like so long, and then, like we started seeing flashlights through the corner, and then they just walked out, and it's just dead now. Like there's nobody in the corner at all, and like it's just super silent.
And we could hear everybody like leaving in their cars.
Yeah.
We were like one of the few left families. And we started to get worried. Like, we felt like we didn't have our phones on us or anything.
Yeah, we didn't have our phones on us.
Stupid of us. And so, of course, we felt like we were in there for 5 hours, but we were only in there for like 40 minutes.
That's the creepy part. We were only in there for like 10 minutes.
So 55 minutes.
Yeah, like 55 minutes.
It felt like 3 hours.
It felt like 3 hours.
Yeah.
And then, so we still went on, and we never saw blue. Like, we never ever saw blue. Like, we went out the entrance. You remember that?
No, we were thinking about going that.
Yeah, like I kept saying, let's just backtrack and get out of here. We seen the
entrance. Like, we seen the entrance sign. I was like,
yeah,
no.
we want to finish this.
We went a completely other way to go, and eventually we found the end.
Yeah, it was
pretty
hard. Nothing else
really weird happened. We both started to get worried. I had my flashlight out. I was like,
and then when we come out, like our families like all there.
We were like, bro, I'm sorry it took us 3 hours. Like, what do you mean? We've only been there for 55 minutes. We were like,
what?
We look back and we're just like, we're never gonna forget this.
Never.
And yeah, that was the story. What time? So let's take a little break.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is just a creepypasta for me
because I don't really know, so TJ.
But he might add on a little bit. Cause he kind of knows. And then the third one, he knows a little bit more. But yeah, just to let you know, he kind of did a short version of the coin maze, but it wasn't like actually like, all the details.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna play like extended version.
Yeah.
Featuring Creepypasta. So this is a vase. This might sound weird, but I had an experience with a live vase. Now it might sound stupid. You're probably like, boy, you're stupid.
Boy,
if you don't get your green head. And so. Started about a year ago. Usually when the creepypastas happened. And I was in my room, playing my video games, freaking drunk on chips. And then I just had the urge, like it just came to me to look out my window. And this guy across the street, like, does scrap and stuff, and he has a bunch of crap, and he has this trailer. And I looked over, and I seen like, it was all junk, everything, obviously broken. But I seen this, like, perfectly brand new vase sitting on the very edge of the trailer. It was like, it had flowers, water, looked clean water, looked like a brand new freaking 2-hour-old vase. And I just made too. And yeah, no, like the guy across the street wasn't there. My family was out going to my sister's gymnastics and all that stuff, so I was the only one at home. And a lot of people on the block were already, they had to go to a party or something because it was around Christmas, Thanksgiving time. And so I found out.
Oh, by the way, he has this really creepy woods by his house. It's like super big.
Whoa, it was like
It's way bigger than the Not Naked But Scared woods. It's way bigger than that. We should actually do like a skit of Not Naked But Scared in there.
But yeah, there was, and then so I just found it a little weird, and like I checked out about before I went, and it was not there. So I thought somebody just put it there just to, because he has a friend that puts a bunch of stuff over there, beer and stuff. So I thought he did it. So I continued on to my video games, and I finally started getting tired. It was about 9 o'clock. So my parents called me, and they said they had to go to my dad's friend's Larry's house, and they'd be there for about 3 hours, and they weren't getting home till like 12:01. So so my sister was spending the night there. So I didn't think about going to bed because I really don't like going to bed home alone. But I took like a little.
Who doesn't?
I took a little. I checked and it was still there before I went to bed. I took about 10-minute nap. I wake up. I look out the window. It's gone. So like.
And nothing else is gone though.
Yeah,
nothing else.
That's like it looks like it just
no tire tracks.
And the car was still gone. Like I didn't hear it come up.
Yeah.
And I was like, this was before the Woods creepypasta. I told about the trail and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But so it wouldn't be those people, and we have a secret and we're gonna tell nobody. You know the.
Yeah.
But probably people gonna be commenting. Tell me the secret. No.
Nope.
Okay, so basically. So it came morning. My parents, I actually fell asleep. My parents came home, and of course in the morning they had to go to my dad's friend Butch's house to pick up money from softball the prior week that he had to pay for him. And then of course they had to stop somewhere else. They had to go to the store and they had to go shopping and all that thing. So they wouldn't be back till like 7 p.m.
Yeah, cause
so I was home alone again, and the guy still wasn't there from across the street. He didn't return.
Yeah, because nothing else was touched.
It wasn't there.
The vase, he cleans it out.
The vase, when my parents left, the vase was not there. Jimmy, I go upstairs. 5 minutes later, I look over there. Gone. So now, after this starts getting creepier. So I go outside to play. I usually play with my football by myself. And I'm just looking. I go, and we have a picnic table like right outside our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
I look over there. Guess what's there?
A cow.
Close, no. A vase. The same exact freaking vase. It was not there when I went out there, and nobody was there. So it like magically disappeared. I was so scared. I ran in from the front door. I ran into the back door like my door. Vase is gone.
Oh yeah, and you remember that when we were jumping on the trampoline at nighttime?
No.
In the garage there was the ladder. And it looked like a person who were like freaked the fuck out. And we started running.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
And just the one time that I'll never forget, playing my video games. I look outside. The vase is on the top of my garage, and there's no way somebody would have put it there. And I just knew it magically appeared by like a ghost or something. So I shut my blinds. I locked both my doors. I go back upstairs. I look. It's gone. Like, I keep my eye on it. I take my eye off it about 7 seconds, it's gone. I haven't seen it since. Thank God. As I'm looking outside now, I see a shiny. No, say no. But yeah, we were gonna say another creepypasta, but it was just like something that it's not creepypasta. So we're just gonna
say. I already talked about in my creepypasta.
We're just gonna say it real quick. So it was just one night. Dylan was spending the night, and it was about 11 o'clock. We went outside, and the trampoline was like in the backyard of my woods. Mm-hmm. We were jumping, and I turned around, and I seen this big like batch of white flowers, and it looked like a face. So I legitimately did a front flip off the freaking trampoline. I freaking punched Dylan in the stomach. Fuck you, and then I ran. I legitimately ran to the house. And yeah, and we went back the other day, and we just seen it was flowers. I was like, yeah, this is going to wrap up the creepypastas. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Advanced Warfare and
Captain Bitte
signing out. And not a couple minutes, because this thing's probably like at 22% of them. And yeah, we're gonna make some more like Mad videos and Battlefield videos once the Xbox gets hooked up. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment below. See you all in the next one. Goodbye.
Bye.